Mm. I'm like so terrified of doing this right now, even though there's nobody here. It's just me and my phone. But there's something really unnerving for me about talking to myself and saying things like out loud and then seeing myself at the same time. I'm much more comfortable expressing myself either when somebody else is there or by writing myself. By writing about myself. The challenge of being here in this moment for me and whatever it is that I'm about to do in the remainder of this video is that I'm the kind of person that likes to know exactly why I'm doing something. And this is the first time in my life, or at least the first time in a really long time, that I'm doing something and I don't have a said reason for it. I've searched and I've tried to come up with something so that this first video is not going to be as awkward as it probably is right now, but I just haven't been able to come up with something. And it kind of made me think about the way in which I, at least, and some of the people I know, if not everybody I know, feels this obligation to always have a reason for why they do things, always have an explanation. And often, what we always really have is some kind of a story that we've made up in our head as to why we're doing something. Whether that story actually holds up in time is one thing, but I think the limitation of having an explanation for why it is you're doing whatever it is that you're doing is that it kind of becomes, that very thing that you're doing becomes a prison for you. And I guess maybe part of the reason why I don't know why I want to do this and what pulls me to it, and I'm not interested in knowing, to be quite frank, at least not at this point in time, is that I don't want it to become something that I'm defined with, you know, like, oh, remember that one time when you were trying to become like a YouTube philosopher and it failed? Having some kind of a specific reason for doing something, or having some kind of an exposition for why we want to do something, or how we got to doing it, can be clarifying for others, but I think it actually makes it less clear for us, because now we're concerned about the narrative, right? That if I've set out to do A, B, C, then I have to keep doing it that way. And I'm not giving myself the opportunity to shapeshift as I go. Because at the end of the day, what we really do have for certain is the moment. And not every moment is the same. Not every choice that we make pans out the way that we expect. And I think this obsession with constantly trying to define why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then having to sort of deal with that on a societal level as well, is I think precisely why I'm just kind of winging it right now, because I want to be able to do something that I'm really terrified of doing by just doing it, rather than having an explanation. But I also think that part of the reason why I'm just winging it, and I've launched without really having a proper plan or an explanation, is that a lot of the content that we receive, or let's say information that we receive on a day-to-day basis, is things that we hear online. And I've struggled for some time now to find and connect with people, both online and actually offline, who say the things that I want to hear. Like, there's certain things that I want to hear other people say, that are in my head, and I'm like, it would be really nice if somebody else said this because then it makes it feel like it's real. And I haven't found people who say those things yet. Not in the way that I would want them to say it. And it made me realize that maybe what I really want to hear is actually only feasible if I am the voice that's saying those things. And until I find a voice that says these same things more eloquently, more impressively, in a way that makes me feel like I can shut up, then I will probably keep doing this for myself. I'm not interested in pretending like I'm doing this because I want to make an impact or help people or whatnot. I am interested in finding people who think in similar ways, who think in different ways, and want to engage with thoughts that are unique and unfamiliar. But I'm not doing it for them or for anybody. This is one of the first times that I think I'm doing something just for myself, because I think it might be nice for me to do something that feels so strange and to put myself out there in a way that feels so vulnerable, in a world where people are consistently judged for the most minute things about themselves, and to kind of see if something will come out of it, whether it's that I learn something about myself, or it's that maybe I realize that whatever I had to say and I wanted to hear is just not relatable, or is not anything but an echo in my head. Maybe I will be able to connect with people who are really cool, whatever it is. I guess I'll end this by just saying that if somebody has ended up watching this until this point, I hope that this will serve as some kind of a source of hope, that if there's something that you really just want to do, take that leap. I've thought about doing this, like this very thing, for a year and a half now, and I made all the excuses in the world to not do it. But at the end of the day, I'm still here. I'm still sitting here a year and a half later, and I'm doing the thing that I kept running away from. So if there's something that's aching in you to come out, just let it. That aching is there for a reason, and you'll have to do it sooner or later.